Hey, I'm Gabby, also known as Senorita Gavita. Welcome back if you're new here. Today's video I will draw with colored pencil. It's actually the first time where I drew mostly only with colored pencil. I'm not that confident, or I don't practice that much with colored pencil or colored pencil drawings. I always use them like for the line art or for some small details in my drawings. I prefer more to draw with alcohol markers or with acrylic markers and then add in some texture or details with colored pencil. But this time I wanted to use it more like the main medium in this drawing, but you can see that I'm also using here alcohol markers because I wanted to make a base color and then I will add on top each new layer of colored pencil to create the cats. For your information, I'm using here a sketchbook from Ohuhu. It is made for alcohol markers, so it almost has any paper texture. It is very smoothly and it holds very good a lot amount of alcohol marker ink and it doesn't bleed through, so I thought it would be the perfect choice for this drawing project. But later I will talk a little bit more about the paper choice. And then I'm adding the first layers of the alcohol markers for the body of the cats, the nose, the ears, and I have my reference pictures on my Pinterest. I have there different kind of folders for different topics that I want to draw, for cats, for fruit studies and so on. If you are curious how the reference picture of this drawing looks like, you can find it in the description down below as well. And maybe you notice also that when I'm adding the alcohol markers, the color is very different. For example, the very light yellow of the cat faces or body parts was in the beginning a very muddy gray, but when it dried up, it changed the color into this very light cream yellow, and I was very surprised how much of a difference it creates after it had dried up the color, the ink. So I really recommend to lay on the side of your drawing pad the color swatching sheet so you have a reference of the colors. I decided to draw a very cute and Valentine's Day inspired theme. I saw a vintage picture of a cat drawing that I really loved and really liked, and I wanted to transfer it in my style. I looked up real kitten pictures and I found two very cute ones. And then I wanted to combine the vintage illustration concept with the more realistic cats, but in my style. I don't aim in my drawings to make a very realistic look. I like to combine my own style with some parts of realism and some comic aspects as well. And now I am adding the first layers of colored pencil. I will also uploading to my Patreon all the color names of the alcohol markers and colored pencil as well, so you can look it up and see what type of color scheme I have picked up for this drawing, and maybe you want to try the colors as well, or to recreate this drawing in your style as well. So I add to all my drawings that I'm uploading here all the color choices to my Patreon. Before I started this colored pencil illustration, I looked up different types of art tutorials here on YouTube or other artists who really do a lot of colored pencil illustration. For example, I looked some videos from Chris Hong Art, and her videos really inspired me, and I'll looked up her technique and try to transfer it to my colored pencil drawing as well, and also to combine different colors into the fur of the kittens. You will see it soon. So I tried to make the line strokes in one direction to shape the body parts, and also to make a movement in the fur of the cats, so it looks more three-dimensional and more of a dynamic structure into the bodies. And yes, and then I'm layering down different brown or cream colors to create some values, some shades. So each layer creates a more deeper color, more defined shape, more shadow part, and where I want to show where the light comes, I leave the space almost without a color layer. So you can see that I go in some places multiple times to create the value that I want. And I also found it very important to stay to the direction where I add the colored pencil lines, because when I'm mixing the direction of the lines, then I think it will look more chaotic, but I really tried to stay consistent, and I really like the outcome. In the end, I was very proud about myself, because I could see a huge difference compared to my very old colored pencil drawings. There in the past, I didn't like the outcome of it. It took a lot of time to do the drawings, and I really saw a huge improvement how I use the colored pencil, and that I was more confident to add the colors in some areas. You see that I added on the cheeks or in the face a pink color. So I thought the light comes from the right side, and where the light comes in contact with the kittens, there I will add the pink color, and all the part in the shadow will have a blue color layer on top. So you can see under the ribbon I added some blue color shades, and on the back of the left kitten as well. And I think it makes such a difference to add these colors into the drawing as well. It looks more interesting and not so flat, in my opinion, and I think this was one of the main things that I learned from watching the tutorials or other artists using colored pencil, and I think I will keep this in my art style, and I really want to draw more with colored pencil and to practice with them more. One thing that I wanted to mention in the beginning, I was using here the sketchbook with the paper for alcohol markers, and it is very smooth, and it doesn't have that much texture, so I'm not so sure if this is the right choice for colored pencil, because I want to use multiple layers of color, but I notice when I'm adding the third layer that the paper couldn't hold any more, because the colored pencil that I'm using, they are also from Ohuhu, the new colored pencil set that they are offering. It is all base, so it could be that because of the oil or about the ingredients in this colored pencil, that there's a build-up of the oil of the pencil, and that because of that I couldn't add that many layers, and maybe I could fix this tiny problem with a paper which has a more textured surface, so the paper could grab the pigments better. I don't know. I still need to look up what kind of paper is more recommended for colored pencil, so I need to look this up and to experiment with it. So I don't know, maybe I have to find a better paper for colored pencil, or it could be also that I have to try other colored pencil which are not oil based, for example. I don't know, maybe you have more experience with that. If this is the case, I would be very happy if you can help me out and recommend a type of paper or colored pencil. But I will definitely practice more, and yes, I was very, very pleased with the outcome. And in the end, I am adding to the cat some line art, but not that much. I wanted to have still this free look of all the lines of the colored pencil, but I defined some shapes, like in the tail or the legs I added some more thicker lines, and I didn't use a black or brown pencil for the lines. I decided to use the pink and the blue one, like I explained before, where the light was shining on the body. There I added pink lines, and on the shadow areas I added some blue lines to create the line art. I also bought a new eraser, this very tiny one. It's like a mechanical type of eraser where you can refill the eraser part. It is from Tombow. It is the Precision Eraser Mono Zero Refillable, and I really love it. So I could erase some parts like here in the eye to make some highlights as well. And I think it's very handy for very small details, because I only have a very big eraser, and with it I couldn't make some details like here in this drawing. It is very good for erasing some big parts, but for some details I really love this new eraser. And then in the end, I'm adding some highlights with the acrylic markers from Ohuhu, and adding some highlights in the eyes, to the ribbon, and then to complete the whole illustration, I added in the heart, in the background, some stars or some sparkles as well with the acrylic markers. And for the very fine lines, like for the whiskers, I use my Posca acrylic marker with the finest nib. I really love this acrylic marker for all the small in fine lines, and I really think adding the highlights in the end is my favorite part. And yes, I was very surprised about the quality of the colored pencils, and they came with 72 colors. It is a very good start for drawing with colored pencil. You have a very good amount of variety in the colors, and they're very handy, and I think for starting out they are a great choice. Yes, I can't wait to draw more with them and to learn more to draw with colored pencil and to see soon hopefully some improvement. And yes, if you like, I have also a Patreon where you can join, and you will get there some special content like some monthly sketchbook tours. You can also receive a monthly mail with stickers and art prints, and digital rewards like wallpaper and printable calendar, some daily insights, some work in progress pictures about upcoming projects, and much more. So feel free to join. And if you like this video, don't forget to leave a thumb up, to subscribe, push the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos from me. And until the next video, please stay safe and healthy and creative. And then I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.